Let's take a look. The square root of x raised to the xth power equals the fourth root of the square root of 2 divided by 2. What is the value of x? It looks pretty complicated, doesn't it? So what should we do when we see something like this? The first step is to get rid of the square roots. Eliminate all the radicals. How do we remove the square root of x? Isn't it just x to the power of 1/2, right, everyone? Then if we raise that to the xth power, doesn't it look like this on the left side? Right? What does the right side become? The fourth root of the square root of 2, so the square root of 2 is 2 to the 1/2 power, right? So what is it? 1/2 minus 1. Dividing it by itself is the same as subtracting the exponent, so it becomes 2 to the power of negative 1/2. Can you see clearly in this step that it's 1/2 power minus 1? Is it equal to that? And then what? So what does the left side become? 2x to the power of x over 2. And the right side, 2 to the k4th power is actually the same as raising it to the 1/4 power. Do you understand this principle? Taking the fourth root is the same as raising it to the 1/4 power. So that becomes 2 to the negative 1/8 power, right? When you multiply the two together, what do you do at this step? Moving on to the next step, many students might be thinking of the isomorphism method, right? What is the isomorphism method? It means that if x to the x power equals a to the a power, can I conclude that x equals a, right? Isomorphism means constructing the same form. Constructing the same form. So how do we turn it into x to the x power? Well, obviously we square both sides, right? Then what do we do next? Now it becomes x to the x power, does not it? And on the right side, does not it become 2 to the power of negative 1/4? Okay, so what do we do at this step? Now we need to get it into the form of a to the a power, right? The tricky part is how to make the base and the exponent equal. So what should we do? Everyone, what should we do? Then let's start breaking it down and take a look at this too. How do we break down 2 to the power of negative 1/4? Pay attention. The negative sign here represents the reciprocal, which means it's equal to 1 over 2 to the 1/4 power. Make sure you understand this part now. This is to the power of negative 1. Negative 1 as an exponent means the reciprocal of 2. So 2 to the power of negative 1 is 1 over 2, right? Okay, so what do we do at this step? Now we need to break down this 1/4. How do we break down 1/4? What can 1/4 be broken down into? Think about it. It can be split into 2 times 1/8. This 1/4 can be split into 2 times 1/8, or you could also split it into 3 times 1/12. You could also break it down into 4 times 1/16, or multiply by 5, and you can keep breaking it down like this. So which one is the most suitable to use? For 1/2 to the 1/4 power, which breakdown of 1/4 is the most appropriate? Of course, this one is the best. If you don't believe it, just substitute it in and see, because 1/2 to the 4th power is also 1/16. 1/2 to the 4th power, right? So the original expression is equal to 1/16 to the 1/16th power. Do you understand this reasoning? If you replace 1/4 with this, see, isn't it 1/16 to the 1/16th power? X to the x power equals this much, so x must be 1/16th, right? If you don't believe it, try substituting this 1/16th back in and see. You really need to learn this problem-solving approach, everyone.